Hello everybody, my name is Ajax and I am a teen library assistant here at the Plainfield Guilford Township Public Library. Today we'll be making mini yarn hats. So go ahead and join me as we make this craft. Alright, so here are our materials for today. I have some yarn, a piece of paper towel roll that I cut to about 3/4 of an inch, some pom-poms, a pair of scissors, some Elmer's glue, and then I have this piece of, I believe it's like cardstock or something, very similar. It's pretty thick, thicker than normal paper, and I recommend using that kind of thing. Alright, so what we're first going to start out with is we are going to unwind some of the yarn. Get that at least a little bit started, and kind of like move it out of the way so that you're able to freely grab and then have space while you work. We're going to take the end and we're going to wrap the yarn around like long ways or hamburger style, and we're going to tie the end to the other end and make it like a tight, like kind of like a miniature knot. And then what we're actually going to end up doing is we're going to be wrapping the yarn multiple times around this thick cardstock, and you'll want to do it around 20 to 25 times. Alright, so now we have the yarn completely wrapped around this cardstock. I ended up doing it about 25 times, and that ended up being a little bit much, so it's completely fine to do less than that. You want to take your scissors and snip off the end there. Keep it kind of flush with the rest of the yarn, and where that end is, we are now going to cut the yarn off of this cardstock. And there you'll see it's loose now. We're going to fold the yarn in half, and then we'll cut again to halve the length. Alright, so now that we have the yarn all cut out, this is where we'll bring in our cut out paper towel roll. And what we're going to do is one at a time, we are going to take pieces of yarn from this little pile that we have, and we're going to create lark knots all around the paper towel roll. So to create a lark knot here, you just put the two ends of the yarn together, loop the loop through the paper towel roll, and then take the two ends and pull that through the yarn loop, and then you just pull it tight or taut, and it'll look like this. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to repeat this step for however many yarn strands will fit on this. Now that I've done a few of these, as you can see, we'll want to keep them very close together, so bunch them up as tight as you can whenever you're going around. Alright, so here we are with the finished, what it should look like whenever you're finished doing the lark knots. And what we're actually going to end up doing is to create the actual hat effect, is we're going to twist the ends, like the loose ends of the yarn, and we're pushing that through the paper towel roll. And don't worry, it may take you a few attempts to get the shape just right. It certainly took me a couple of attempts. but you know, just keep trying and eventually you will get that distinctive shape. And here we are with my best attempt at the shape of the hat. Our next step is going to be picking out our pom-pom and then gluing that to the top of the hat. So for this one, I decided to go with a purple pom-pom since I thought that looked good with the white. Um, I recommend getting with the size that we're working with, a 1-inch pom-pom works best, but of course you are free to choose whatever size you want. Here I am, you know, getting the glue ready. Our supply is a little low, so I have to tap on it to get it to actually come out. And gluing a little bit on both the hat and the pom-pom, and then pressing that onto the top. Pressing firmly for a little bit before letting it dry on its own. All right, and here we are with the finished product. So I actually ended up cutting out a little bit of like thick paper to glue to the bottom here to kind of keep the yarn up there. But another solution is to just glue it. But yeah, thanks for watching.